Hey everybody! In this one, we are going to talk about how to be honest to yourself. Now, there are so many ways to do this, and I'm definitely not going to tackle them all down, but I'm just going to start with some quick things to keep in mind and some tips on how I feel you can start being honest with yourself and how to start keeping track of it, and then kind of just also letting it be free and just, I mean, a lot of this is self-work. There's so much self-work in my series that, you know, if you're not into it, totally fine, because your life experience is up to you. I just feel the self-work is important because from there, we get to a state where we are, who we decide to be, and from there, we can decide to move forward into a better world for all, or, you know, continue to live the way we are. And that's kind of just the way it is. Well, in my opinion, if it's not for you that way, you know, that's just not the way it is for you. Anyways, to be honest to yourself. So like I was saying, I started being honest to myself from when I was 12. And from there, I kind of just haven't. And how you start with that is you have no idea how much we all lie to ourselves, how much society lies to us, how much we all lie to each other. We are just an amalgamation of lies, and it's pretty crazy, but also at the same time fun, because the truth does seem to find its way through time and out there into the open, and it's really awesome and amazing because, yeah, I love truth. I love true stories. I love true feelings. I love true love. I love true everything. So how I start is definitely, when I start any of the things I'm going to be talking about, it's slowly. I take steps, slow steps, and I'm also not hard on myself, meaning I don't punish myself. I'm not strict on myself. I'm not any of that. I kind of just allow things to be. And from there, I decide, am I happy with how it went? Do I wish I did more? Do I not? You know, and you kind of just go with the flow. How I started was, when I was a kid, I didn't even share with people what my favorite color was, because this is in like grade 2 when we had to write a little summary about what our paragraph, but in those days those were essays, a little paragraph about what your favorite color was and why. And for me, my favorite color was purple, and I was told that made you gay and sexually frustrated. And I mean, now I don't really care about either of those, but when I was younger, I didn't want to be gay or sexually frustrated. I didn't even know what those words meant. I just felt like from the vibe that that's not a good thing. And so I was just like, okay, my favorite color is not purple to the public, but I'll keep that inside. And so I said my favorite color was black, but black is a tone, so it couldn't be my favorite color, so I chose green. And I'm pretty sure I said green because the grass is green, but it's not my favorite color. Always, think always, ever will be purple. And I am not gay or sexually frustrated, and both of those things are not bad things. They are not at all, and it doesn't matter. What does it matter? Favorite color? Purple. I love purple. Actually, I love all colors, really. I actually really love all colors, but yeah, purple stands out for sure for me. So I had to start being honest with myself about that stuff and being okay with it. And it's the same with music choices. Oh man. So music, so many people, maybe to other people that are comfortable with the music they like, not a big deal. Don't even think about it. But for other people, especially when I was young, I didn't know what music I liked, and I didn't want to be like, oh, classical and jazz because that's what my parents listened to. That makes you kind of a geek. So I didn't know what my favorite music was. I mean, it's hip hop now, but it wasn't always. And I went through like punk phase. I went through lots of phases. And it's just being honest with yourself about those kinds of things first. Even your favorite foods or not favorite foods. Do you think about this stuff even? You know? And then from there, like, and when I'm saying these things, you work on the small things for you. Do you even really like that shirt you're wearing? Do you really, you know, it's just being honest about silly little things, because from there, creating those patterns is when it starts getting into the big things. So when getting into the bigger things, slowly and surely, just decide for yourself inside. Do you want to say it? Do you want to be honest? Does that person make you feel uncomfortable about it or not? Another thing about that is, this is kind of when you start to see too, the people you have in your life, the people do you want to keep in your life, it starts to show you. It's such a reflection, you know, because that's what people in our lives are for. Well, situations, everything in life is for, is to reflect back on you, who you are, what you're experiencing, and do you wish to continue experiencing this or not? And from there, that's when you create your world, da 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 da. I always go off track, I'm sorry. It's just everything leads in. It continues to lead me to these places, and I feel like it's stuff that needs to be said. So yeah, about honesty for that. Another is then just being for people. I mean, some people, they don't even want to say that they don't want to go to someone's house. They don't want to say, I no longer feel like it tonight. Like, you're supposed to go to someone's place, you had it planned, but you had a shitty day, you come home, you're just tired, you don't want to do anything. You know what? You don't even have an excuse, let's say. You just don't want to go. What do people normally do? Sometimes they go and they have a shitty time or a good time. And that's up to you what you want to experience, you know? Because for me, I've had enough times where I don't really, when I'm in that state, I don't have a good time. I don't want to bring other people down either. And to me, I don't feel like putting on a face that makes it be like, hey, everything's great. You know, it's not who I am. For me, I'm exactly who I am. If I'm shitty, I'm shitty. If I'm good, I'm good. If I'm shitty trying to be good, I'm shitty trying to be good. And that's just what's going on. And sometimes it can be a surprise, you know, those times where you're sitting there, you don't want to go, and then you end up going, you have a great time. Those are worth it too. And it's about taking, it's kind of a gamble. Some things in life are sometimes a gamble, but sometimes in life, you know what's going to happen. But do you know? Because did you create that, manifesting it, you know? That one's a tough one for me. But it's a fun one too. It's actually kind of fun when you start to realize, because it's kind of like a superpower. I'm going to have a good time tonight. Whoa, I had a great time tonight. I'm gonna have a shitty time tonight. Oh man, tonight sucked. You know, it just kind of happens. It's your mind frame, and you'll learn about that as we go along more and more. Oh, I'm talking without breathing. So yeah, how to be honest with yourself. I definitely think start small. Start with, okay, the thing about it too is, in life, I feel we are usually drawn to the things that matter to us. So just because you're drawn to certain things doesn't mean the people around you are going to be drawn to all those same things in the same order, same, you know, degree, anything. It's really what we're drawn to, and from those things that we're drawn to is what also tells us about ourselves and our lives. And so from there, whatever you're drawn to in life, do it in those situations. Go through these things in those situations. I'm going to give you kind of a formula, and you decide how you want to use it, you know, and make it your own formula. So yes, be honest with yourself. How to be honest with yourself is kind of up to you. I just think start small and go from there. Definitely where we want to get to though, or where I feel we should get to, it's up to you where you want to get to. You can get to anywhere you want, is I feel when you're honest about every single thing, the way you feel, what you want to eat, what you believe of the world, just every single thing possible about the world, be true to yourself about it, okay? And from there, this is when we're going to start from being true to ourselves to being honest with others as well, and then they will know who you are too. And this is where it starts getting a bit hard, because this has to do with self-love and self-worth and who you are and self-confidence and insecurities and all that stuff. Because a lot of times why we lie is because we're unsure of how the other people will feel about it. And this one is definitely a big and tough one, because even myself, even though I feel like I was like pro styles on that, coming out onto the world, even for these videos, ooh, that was a tough one. Still tough for me, but I'm trying to learn along the way too. So just know everything is a learning process. You know, it's constant learning. Even masters continue to learn. Everything, every day of life is a constant learning opportunity for you to be you. Okay. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say about honesty. Yeah. See you in the next one.